Alright. Yeah, just so you know when it comes to the... An error occurred. Output, please check. Oh, crap. Huh. Okay. Twitch does? Okay. Yeah, I'm working on that. Oh. That means people can also see you guys, because I am working on that screen. Yeah, let me, working on it.
I need to find a nice set of dice for my better half.
So we are live. Mics are hot. People can hear us, or they should be able to hear us. Hey, Mystical. Let's go. Hello, lovelies. I'm sure. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. Hey, Pat.
Okay. Now let's just hope that everyone's mic's working just fine.
Oh, and it looks like that so far there's not a leg. So, we'll see how that works.
Woohoo!
Yeah. If that's all I have to do, man, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
Upgraded my RAM from 8 to 32.
That's gonna be a nice upgrade, especially on that Ryzen that you got.
Mm-hmm.
The nice thing is graphics cards don't have nearly the amount of scalping on them, so as long as you don't have to do that, you know, well, they're no longer 3 times MSRP. They're actually maybe $10 or $15 above. So.
You guys excited?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I also like talking. Not that you know, the Discord server showed that or anything.
No, not at all. That was pretty good though. I enjoyed reading through that and responding.
Alright. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you better be. Shame on you, Zep.
Oh, okay. It is a quarter after. So I will go ahead and get us cameras live. Okay. I fixed one set of cameras. So I will fix another set of cameras.
Oh boy.
That's going to be you. That's going to be him. That's going to be you. Hey everyone, welcome to Fall of Red Dawn. Just some quick fixes here as these cameras get aligned. And then we'll go ahead and jump into it as Ryder slowly becomes visible.
Like playing musical hats.
Why are you putting me in the Rajah box?
Hey! I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
See, I'm not the only one that screws up on the R name.
Okay. Quick adjustment to Zep here.
Tisk. Hey Zep, you got any of those mage hands handy for the GM?
I always have a hand. I can cast it as many times as I want.
There we go. Perfect. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us as we start out with very minor technical issues this time. So looking forward to that. See here. Sorry, everyone, just getting orientated to this. If everyone will, I just adjust something else here real quick. If everyone would like to go ahead and introduce themselves, kind of like we did last time. Your name, character's name, level, race.
You want me to go last, being I'll do the session recap?
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Give a little brief description of what your character looks like. So introduce yourself and your character. And then, Vantalord, if you'd go last. Ryder, if you want to go ahead and kick it off. Skylar will be joining us. Rajah will be joining us about halfway through the stream tonight.
Sounds good. Yeah. So I am Rihu. I am a level 1 human. And, I'm pretty typical. Just kind of a scruffy, darker-haired, 6-foot-tall human.
And I am Zep. I am a gnome, male gnome. Very short, obviously. And I am, not class. Dark blue hair. Sunken eyes. I don't know. Very sullen most of the time.
Okay. And I am Vantalord. I'm a level 1 dwarf paladin. I'm about 4'9", weight of 120 pounds. I've got these really nice bright fire red eyes, and with brown hair and light brown skin.
Perfect. If you want to go ahead and kick it off into what happened last time.
Yeah, hopefully knock everything right out of the park. So last week we found ourselves in the center market of Ogburg. We were looking for our books, our armor, any weapons that we want. During that which Rihu and Vantalord were able to recognize each other and team up, while Zephyrus, in-game we're going to be calling him Zep, was looking at books. We had not noticed him yet. Rajah was keeping distance from our group, just looking around, just trying to eye it up and figure out what's going on. While we were going throughout the market, Zep was tapping us on the shoulder with his mage hand, disappearing, so we didn't know what was going on. We both thought we were kind of losing our minds a little bit. It wasn't until that we started heading out of the main part of town, which Ogburg has about 20,000 people, that we both realized that we were both being tapped on the shoulder. We met up with Rajah as we went up into the Jewel Crafters, where we nicknamed Rajah the Flashy because he wanted gold and shiny things and couldn't afford them. After he found a hairbinder, Vantalord and myself decided to purchase it for him, and thus Rajah joined up with the three of us, or now it's three of us. It wasn't until we went outside to the shop where Zep had tapped one of us on the shoulder. Rihu noticed him, went and picked Zep up, and carried him right before the tavern. We were heading over to Three Sheets. Right before we got to Three Sheets Tavern, Rihu threw him down on the ground just because, hey, you were tapping us on the shoulder, driving us a little bit crazy, thought we were losing our minds. The reason why we went to Three Sheets Tavern is fighting pit, figured out we could win a little bit of money. Rajah was still trying to get money because he didn't have any. Within the pit. We couldn't use spells, weapons, or armor. Rajah got in, ended up fighting and losing to a human female. Still a pretty decent fight, but it kind of got him down to the dumps a little bit. During the fight, myself and Vantalord was trying to coax Zep into fighting. It wasn't until there was gold involved and food that Zep goes, "Yep, I will end up winning, or I'll end up fighting." The tavern keeper, Delvin, told Zep that if he fought me and lost, he would get 2 gold just for the show, but if he fought me and won, he'd get 15. My character, Vantalord, even upped the bet and said, "You know what? If you beat me, I will buy you drinks all night long." The fight went 4 rounds, and Zep placed a very, very good uppercut that just knocked me right out, causing the entire crowd, the entire tavern that was watching to go absolutely crazy. After the fight, I was obviously still very groggy, but trying to cheer up Rajah because he lost himself. During our drinks and our food after the fight, when we were trying to get our wits back about us, 2 mysterious men burst into the tavern. They caused quite the scene. They were thrown out by the guards. Rihu and Rajah went to speak with them. No, Rihu and Zep, went to go speak with them. The monks stated they were sent by Father Samuel from Duvik's Pass, and that there was issues with the mines. After meeting up with them, the monks said that they would tell us what's going on for the price of room and board at the other town's tavern because they were thrown out of 3 Sheets. So we headed to the other teen's tavern of the Joyous Nebula. Once we got to the other tavern, the monks identified themselves as Reynard Blight and Graham Tyrick. They told the group that the pass and the mines have been closed for about 80 years because of people mysteriously getting sick, disappearing, or coming back in horrendous condition. We also learned that some people were trying to reopen the mines because there was stated to be a lot of wealth inside of them. The monks did say that Father Samuel had saved them from the mines. They had gone in trying to look for wealth. They both got very sick. They were thinking that they were just rumors, but Father Samuel healed them with his mysterious prayers. They also clarified that the pass was actually a city that led to the other side of Raker Mountains. At this time, people don't know why people going into the mines were getting sick and dying. And it was stated that Father Samuel would probably be the one that knew the most, being that he lived in the city of Duvik's Pass during this time. But this pass has actually been closed and has not been used for the last 40 years. Sorry, I just lost my place.
No worries. And just to note where you find that spot, a lot of what Tom is explaining right now was done in the Discord. So as you can see, it's popped into the chat there, as well as playing here online every 2 weeks. The guys also do RP within the channels on the Discord too, and that's where a lot of the conversation with the monks took place. So if you haven't seen that, hop over there into the Joyous Nebulin Tavern channel in the Discord there, and you'll see all this here chat that Tom is explaining, Vantalord is explaining here.
Yep. Okay, well now that I got my spot back. After the monks kind of told us some of that, myself and Zep went down to the tavern, met with the keeper, Ray Nisbin. He sold us some good food, some good drinks, and we did ask if he knew anything about Father Samuel. He did state the same thing, that Father Samuel lived in Duvik's Pass, and he said as long as anyone's been able to remember, he's lived there. He also stated that some rumors and stories have started surfacing regarding Duvik's Pass around Father Samuel. But he said unless a person was there during the disasters that happened 80 years ago, it's hard to know what's really true from the lies. And finally, as we ended the evening in the tavern before everyone headed off to bed, we learned that the tavern has been having an issue with rats, and the tavern keeper, Ray Nisbin, asked if we could help with them. When asking one of the monks, Graham, if we could help in the morning, he said rats is not uncommon, and the only way we could probably get rid of them is with a magical flute and dance them out of town. So, that's a very probably about a 20,000-foot view. And as Rory stated, if you check out the Discord server Blue Box RPG and look down under the Fall of the Red Dawn sections, there are some in the in-game chat and the Joyous Neblin.
Perfect. And that takes us to where we are now. Currently, everyone is in the Joyous Neblin. It is. We can pick up still that night if there's anything the three of you want to do before heading to sleep and waking up the next day. If there's any more interaction with the monks, or if you just want to pass out for the night and wake up the next morning. Is there anything anyone wants to do?
Well, I'm still trying to recover from that big fight, so I think I'm just gonna head out. I've drank my fill, I've ate my fill, and I'm probably a little sloshed.
Who's a bit of a loner by nature, so I'm gonna step out myself.
Okay.
We didn't get that vibe at all from you.
No.
What about Zep? Anything you're wanting to do before the night's end?
Nope. Just gonna read until I don't wanna read anymore.
Okay. And Rajah is on the same page as the three of you, just in the room, relaxing a bit, reflecting on how maybe that fight could have gone differently, how perhaps he overthought it or underthought it, or what steps he could do to improve his skills. Before the night's end, though, the monks do ask for the four of you to gather. And as they said they would, they begin their ritual praying over the four of you. And in that, you start to hear them utter these different phrases and words, some familiar, some not, but they're all very, very calming feeling that comes over you. And soon you start to feel this warmth build up in you. And not that you're still exhausted from the day, but the pains and the aches, a lot of that just starts to subside. Some residual pain is still there, but for the most part, a lot of that has gone away. And for Rihu, you get 7 points of healing. Take note for Rajah. Vantalord, you have 10 points of healing. And Zep, you also have 10 points of healing. Perfect. Night goes by. Yeah, it's a very cozy type of tavern. Your beds are very well cushioned. You're warm. You're comfortable. Go ahead.
We each have our own bed.
Yep, you each have your own bed.
Okay.
It is amongst two different rooms, but each person has their own bed. You wake up the next morning feeling refreshed. Because it is in beds in a comfortable, safe place, you do get 3 additional healing points for the night's rest.
I am back to full.
Which everyone is a bit of a new experience for these guys. They're used to the 5e, full recovery. Now they get to deal with the lovely introduction of blue box of 3 hit points for a full night's comfortable rest. So you get the additional 3 points. Each of you are downstairs, and we'll go ahead and see if this transition will work for us. I'll go ahead and bring us over to Tailspire.
Drum roll.
Haha. While we wait for that to transition over, the 4 of you find yourselves down at the main eating area. You have Raiden has been behind the counter. It is a bit odd. He does look... What? Did it transition?
Nope.
It crashed here in my house. Took over our TV down briefly.
Oh no.
Oh. I should have just waited.
Oh. Oh, now I see it.
Yeah, it's gonna flicker back.
Yeah, every once in a while this stream keeps buffering.
Mm-hmm. So I'll get in a spot here and see how... If we can just hold a spot. When it isn't buffering. Alright, so let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and close Tailspire then. That is okay. I did plan for it possibly not working. So I will pull out the Tailspire. There we go. Okay, so I believe it should be good now. How is it going for everyone out there? Is it, or is it still buffering?
It's weird. It's still showing Tailspire is live on Twitch, but I'm guessing there's probably a 20-second delay.
Yep.
It disappeared and then came back.
Buffer.
It's every day I'm buffering. And in today's list of bad jokes.
Well, it should be done buffering here in just a second, and we'll go ahead and continue without the Tailspire. The RAM obviously helped, just didn't help enough. Then we'll go ahead and keep going. I did do that like a solid minute ago, though.
Hmm.
Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. Here on the screen, what everyone sees now is the city of Ogberg right there by the Raker Mountains. So the four of you find yourselves in the tavern on the main floor, and they're at the main bar area. You have Raiden has been in front of you there. Oddly, he is the same height as you when you're sitting down. He seems exceptionally tall for a gnome. Going up to the rooms last night, what you did notice is behind the bar, it is lifted. So that way he is normal height for everyone else. So he's sitting there, or he's on the other side. if there's anything you guys want to do, say to him or to anyone else. You do also have the 2 monks down there with you as well. As they've asked you the night before, if you want to head out to Duvik's Pass here this morning, it is a 27-mile hike to get there. So it is a full day's journey on foot.
So, with the knowledge that they told us, the monks told us about the rats being a little more than usual, but it not being an abnormal thing, I would like to, I guess, talk to Ray Nisbin again about it and just see what else he knows about it.
Yeah, like he had said the night before, that typically in this area, he was saying that there were rats. Correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said there's a rat problem.
Yep. Yeah, so, rats, they come and they go. It's kind of normal like that, but there have been more recently, probably the last 2 weeks, last 3 weeks. There's been more around here than typical. Generally speaking, around here, specifically my tavern, I keep it quite clean, so it keeps them away, but throughout Ogburg, there has been much more than a small city like ours would normally have.
Okay. Well, I wonder if something's chasing them out.
Out of?
Wherever they're hiding.
It could be possible. I don't know why there would be any more than before, or where they're coming from, or if they've just, I don't know. Perhaps they're getting food from somewhere. All I know is I don't like them in here because of business. You know what I mean?
I do.
Filthy beasts.
They are. They carry... they just... if it wasn't for the thought of eating those things, if you could get past that, I still wouldn't eat them because they just tend to carry disease and all kinds of just... And you can just tell he's disgusted just to talk about rats.
Yeah, I've heard in some areas rats can be delicacies, but like you said, it's a... Well, I shouldn't say delicacy, but that's still a nasty thought.
It is quite a nasty thought. I see that you have a couple friends here with the 4 of you.
I wouldn't go that far yet.
I agree with Zep on this one. We just ran into them at the other tavern across town. They made quite the scene last night.
Well, I suppose when they need to get a point across, they stay here fairly often. And he kind of throws a hand up, a little wave to each of them. You're in good hands with them.
So you think they're trustworthy?
As trustworthy as paying their bill and eating their food. Never had an issue with the rooms. After that, I can't speak for them.
Good enough for now.
Huh?
I'll take it.
There could be worse things.
They are often enough customers.
Oh, often enough. They're, here and there. Not strangers by any means, but they're not here every day. Yeah. So, where are the 4 of you going? Are you heading off back to Duvik's Pass with them, or sticking around here? I've kind of seen a couple of you around here and there, but what's your plan?
Well, I'm kind of wanting an adventure in my life. I'm thinking Duvik's Pass. Need to break up the day-to-day stuff.
I agree. I'm always up for a good rowdy adventure.
I'm curious about the mines, so I'm just gonna go find out.
You look over to Rajah and you see him just rubbing his hands together in anticipation for moving to, each of you have heard that there's something going on at Duvik's Pass, some kind of chaos, some kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Is confrontation that's going on. So just kind of that anticipation that Rajah had. Same kind of Rihu. You would have seen this same kind of anticipation right before the fight last night. Just kind of okay. I'm looking forward to it.
Giddiness.
Yeah, giddiness. There you go.
All right.
Well, it is a long walk. None of you have other transportation, do you? You walking back?
I think that's the plan. Just out of curiosity, though, do you have anything quick that I could grab for breakfast?
Yeah, I absolutely do. And he goes back and grabs a dish, and here you go. You said quick, so I didn't. Sorry, I didn't ask, but here is a quick dish for you. You can have it for just a copper.
Perfect. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. You got a long ways ahead of you. It's a good full day's trip. He looks over to the two monks. What would you say? And they kind of banter some numbers back and forth, and it usually takes us about 12 hours with some breaks in there. It's a good, 27 miles. It takes a little bit to walk that, and
Are there
it's
any faster ways?
oh well. Sure. One of the monks looks to Graham, says, well, sure, there's faster ways if you have a good, strong steed to ride. Granted, if you're taking a caravan that's heading over there, that can be faster than foot, but not a lot of caravans head over there for obvious reasons, currently, with the mines closed. Not a lot of people use that pass anymore to get to the other side of the Raker Mountains, so not a lot of caravan options. But those would be faster options.
A cart or a horse?
Oh no.
Walking?
Yeah, there is solitude in walk. You get to see nature and be in the peace of nature.
I don't think you understand how much more I have to walk.
I'm right there with you, Zep. I say, us people of shorter stature.
Reynard looks over. Well, it just means more time in the solitude of nature. Plus, when you take a caravan, you make yourself even more of a target than if you're walking. And you're restricted to the road if need be.
We'll build strength and characters up.
I did that last night. I don't want to do that again.
Yeah, he got some strength of character, all right. Man, that was an uppercut.
Raising looks at you guys and goes, I don't have a fighting pit here for a reason, but word gets around, and tell you what, that was a good story to hear.
I'll give a little bow and say, you're welcome.
Well, doesn't sound like we have much of a choice here.
Maybe we can go find a stable, right? Get some donkey in a cart or a couple of horses in a cart.
What kind of coin do you have?
Don't worry about it.
I've got a little bit after last night. I might be able to find a pony.
Graham looks over to you guys. Yeah, if you are planning to go with us, we do plan to leave very soon. Otherwise, we risk needing to travel at night. And it is definitely not the best idea to travel at night. So if you can acquire some horses, I don't know if a donkey is the best option. But if you can acquire some horses, I guess a donkey is a horse to you, but they still travel slower.
I want a pony.
Oh, pony? Yeah.
Easy for you to get up and off of.
Yeah, smaller.
Fair enough.
A large dog would be suitable for you.
That's okay too.
Well, wait a second. Hey, guys. What am I thinking about looking for horses? Let's head over to the stables. I've been working with some of the horses over there. Maybe I could talk to the boss about letting us get a cart in a couple of them. There's some good work animals.
Sure. Well, anything beats walking.
'Cause even I figure 2 of those and a cart, we should all be able to go in it just fine.
Okay, well, and Graham speaks up. If that is all, let's head over to the stables. Or is there anywhere else you four need to go prior to?
Fine with walking, riding. I'll let these two lead the way.
Sounds good. Anything else in the tavern before you guys head over to the stables?
Nope, my character is now full, fat, and happy.
Okay. You guys know, Vantalord, especially you, know exactly where those stables are. Working in the last couple weeks, really trying to work your way into the city, and be noticed by particulars. You make your way over there, and quick enough, you're able to find the person that hired you on. Vantalord, I see you're back. Are you gonna work some more today?
No, I appreciate the offer. Me and my new comrades were planning heading to Duvik's Pass. Was just curious if I could, rent a couple of the horses off you, or buy one in a cart. Do you got any that available?
Well, I mean, I don't know that I don't have any I could rent, and as you know, a lot of these belong to individuals here. I do have 3 horses that you could you could buy them. But it looks like there's more than 3 of you. I guess a couple of you could fit on one of them. But I would be looking at, about 28 gold per horse.
Do you have any smaller ones?
That is not a common desire for horses around here.
But I need my little pony.
Yeah, I guess a lot of little ones need something a little smaller, but that is a little bit out of my control.
I know there was about a week and a half ago, someone had come in with a cart being repaired. Do you happen to remember where they went? Maybe they've got a cart that we can buy and just get a couple of these guys and hitch them up.
Yeah, they went right over to the shop just down the block. They have probably an extra cart over there. I'd imagine that on top of that, I mean, the cart is probably going to cost you, if you're traveling that far, you'd probably want something decent anyways. Probably going to cost you close to 15 gold. You might be able to haggle it a little.
Well, let me go talk to the guy with the cart, and if he has one, you think a couple of our horses would be able to pull it pretty steady with all 4 of us?
Yeah, I mean, as long as you don't, I don't know if any of you, well, Vantalord, you might have some horse handling experience.
I would sure hope so. Been here the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Trying to help you out.
Yeah, well, taking care of them and controlling them can be different.
I suppose.
But yeah, you could hook up 1 or 2. It depends on the cart he has over there. Do you have the 56 gold for 2 horses?
Yeah. How about I give you 50 right now?
That's a lower number. I know you take care of horses, but I think you can add too.
Absolutely, but you also know I'm going to make sure they get treated right. Unlike some of the other people that we've cared for. We've seen some beat up stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that is true, but I mean, how you take care of them is on you. You're buying them, not renting them.
You'd think if people were having us take care of them, I treat them just the same way that I treat everyone else's.
Yeah, that just means your purchase lasts you longer.
Okay, how about 53?
Let's see, 53, 52, I want 56.
Okay.
Look. So if you go into Duvik's Pass,
Yep. We are heading over there.
I'll sell you these 2 horses for 53 gold. But I need you to do me a favor.
Okay.
You see, the horses used to be used a lot more when people crossed over that pass.
Mm-hmm.
Now people don't want to use it anymore, and that has hindered my work. So, if you can figure out what is actually going on over there. I don't know. I hear things, I hear lots of things, but I don't actually know what is going on. If it's real or if it's fake. If it's fake, I want to know so that people can start going.
You know, that's fair enough for me.
So just get me the information. That is what I need.
I can do that for you. I'll so 53 gold and information about what's going on with the pass.
Yes.
That's fair for me.
Perfect. That's why we're going there anyway.
Exactly.
Looks like it is lining up well for you then.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So I hand the stable keeper.
I'll
53?
chip in 15 gold.
Okay. Well, thank you for the help, Zep.
I'm the one who doesn't want to walk.
I don't want to walk either. But shall we head over to the repair shop, see if we can find a cart that'll hold all of us?
Let's make it quick. The monks look angry.
The monks will probably thank us when they're not, 10 miles down the road with sore feet.
Graham speaks up. Oh, it is normal for us. We walk and enjoy the nature and the sereneness.
Look at their long legs. Of course they walk.
Well, I guess they're, these two men really do like to know how to walk like a man.
I don't know if that's a disrespect towards me or if you're making a joke towards a little one over there.
I would say making a joke towards the little one.
Okay, you guys are interesting for sure.
He's got a lot of words. No fight though.
That is what I've heard around here.
Uppercut, 4th round in. Here.
Interesting and slow.
And all of you know, I mean, you've all been here a couple weeks, but Vantalord, especially you, know that the cart shop is just down the road just a bit.
Okay. Well, that's where I'm headed next. I again appreciate the sale, and I'll get that information back as soon as possible. It's been a pleasure working with you, sir.
Absolutely. I'm always looking for help, so if you find some more time, I'd be happy to have you here.
Absolutely.
Well,
Okay.
let's get this show on the road. Let's get over to this repair shop.
You guys head down the street, head over there. You know, a lot of stores are fairly open or very simple on the inside. You can see this one's more of an open setup. It's easy to see what's going on. You can see the individual who's making some repairs. He's just tightening up a wheel currently as you walk up.
Hey, good morning, kind sir. I was curious if you have any carts for sale that we could purchase from you.
Well, it depends on what kind of cart you're looking for.
Well, I just picked up a couple of horses from the stable master and looking to hook them up to a cart. We're heading over to Duvik's Pass.
I see, so you're looking for a double wide, not a single wide.
Yep, something's got to fit my big self.
Yes, the good little bit of a girth behind yourself there. So double wide, not a single wide. Well, come over here. Who wants to come? How about you come over here? Let me show you this cart.
Called you fat.
I kind of let it on.
I would say no such thing, but if that's a compliment, then of course that's what I said. But come over here. I got a double wide right over here that would fit your horses just fine.
Perfect. You think it'd be able to carry all 4 of us?
Oh, I don't know if it could carry all 4 of you. If you break it, it's yours. You got to buy it, but you can try it if you want. But it's a mid quality. It's not a brand new, but it's definitely been repaired, and I do a good job. Otherwise, people don't come to me.
I suppose that's true. I've sent a few people over to you myself.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, you're Vantalord. You just down the street.
Yes, sir.
This is a good cart. Don't worry. I don't know that it would carry all 6 of you. But if you're looking to make horses don't really like to be ridden. Well, maybe you're quite little. But strapping them together, tying them to the cart. I mean, you do what you want, but I'm just saying it's not always a great option. But you are little. And at least then wherever you're traveling, you don't have to walk the whole time.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Well, the monks said they like to walk.
Yeah, they do. They tend to like to walk. You know what? Let me tell you this. I got this here double wide. It's not a single wide. It is a double wide. It will fit both your horses. How about we start out at 23 gold for the cart?
Well, over the last 3 weeks, I know I've sent at least 7 repairs your way. How about 15? And I continued telling people about you. Because you are one of the best repair people in the area.
That is right. I am one of the best. Actually, I am the best. Not one of the best. I am the best. But I am running low on some equipment. Where are you heading? Are you heading to the west? Are you heading to where are you? Are you heading over to Clearbrook, or where are you heading?
We're heading up to Duvik's Pass.
Why in the world would you go to Duvik's Pass?
Well, we're going to try to figure out what's going on up there and why people have been trying to head up there and people have been disappearing. And I guess there's some issue up there, and that's what our new friends said.
Yes. There's been a bit of ruckus, by my understanding, that people are wanting the mines opened back up, but that...
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, then you can get those mines opened back up. You pay me 20 gold now. You get those mines opened back up, so I can start getting my materials again. I will bring it down to, I don't know, let's say 18, 17. You give me some stuff. This is a double wide, not a single wide. It's going to fit you on there without breaking. It is a double wide. How about I get, you know what? You pay me 20 gold now. You get the mines opened up. I'll give you 5 gold back.
I just heard you say 18, and I actually was running through that as my next negotiation point. How about we say 18 and we got a deal?
And the 5 gold back.
No, that's a 20 and the 5 gold back. If it's 18, then you get 3 gold back.
Oh no. We might be risking life and limb to go open the mine back up.
That is
5 gold?
That's what I'm saying. 5 gold from 20.
I was gonna
You
say
said you were the best.
I am the best at fixing. This will take you there.
how about 18 gold and we get 3 back if we get the mines open? Makes it a little bit cheaper for you on the back side and makes it a little bit cheaper for us on the front side.
Wait, say that again.
So, I pay you 18 gold now.
Uh-huh.
We go get the mines open.
Uh-huh.
And if we do, you give us 3 gold back.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. 15 gold is what I charge you then for the cart. But I want the money up front and I pay you back only if you get the mines open.
Yep, and that's why I'm saying 18 gold.
Okay. Well, would you rather 18 gold or 30 silver? Or I mean, 3 gold back or 30 silver back?
30 silver is still 3 gold.
I know. I'm just messing.
Good. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to name the horses Hi-Ho Silver. Hi-Ho and Silver.
I mean, the people name things stranger than that. So if you want to say hi ho, I mean,
That one's Buttercup, and that's Princess.
Only if you pay for one of them. Otherwise, I'm naming them.
Nope.
okay, you guys have some really odd names for horses. But so be it, as long as they respond to you and my mines are opened back up.
So we have a deal at 18.
A deal at 18. You give me the 18 gold, I'll give you
Alright.
the 3 back, as long as the mines are opened up.
Alright, that works for me.
By the way, what are the rest of your names?
Well,
You can
I
call
would be
me
the one
Zep.
not speaking over here. They call me Rihu.
Rihu. Ah, Rihu, Vantalord. And what about you? As he looks over to... Yep,
You can call me Zep.
Zep. Okay.
It's easier than saying my whole name.
I see. And Rajah acknowledges who he is and just gives a little wave of the hand and says, I'm Rajah. Well, it's nice to meet you all. Have fun with the cart. Just a brief caution. Don't take it too fast. It is, again, mid-quality, not top quality. Mid-quality. Take it too fast, and something is bound to break.
I'm pretty sure we're heading up to a pass where it hasn't been used in like 80 years, so...
I mean,
How
There
many
is
miles
that.
per hour does one of these things get?
I think thanks to that question, we all know who isn't driving this.
Yep, I was just thinking that.
Depends on how fast you move your horses. I'm not an expert at horses, but too tied together, you don't want them stumbling across each other, falling or collapsing. Probably about, 10.
That's still a lot better than walking.
Take a little bit of breaks every now and then. You probably wear out your horses, Vantalord. You probably know that.
Mm-hmm.
Very well then. Here, this is your cart. It is a double wide. Remember, double wide, not a single wide. Double wide.
Yep, I'll go get everything connected.
Okay. And in just a matter of minutes, you have the 2 horses connected into the cart, or connected to the cart. All the straps are supplied. Everything that you need is there. And you can comfortably fit... you can comfortably fit 4 of you on there. You can squeeze the 6 of you on there.
Hey.
Well, looks like we're all gonna get to know each other real nice on this journey.
Hey, it's way better than walking. Wouldn't you say, Raynar and Graham, that this would be a little bit better than huffing it?
Well, admittingly so, as much as I do enjoy a good walk. You're right. It would be nice to be able to, at least for part of it, not have to walk it. Oh, and by the way, as Graham walks over to Vantalord, I do have something for you. And he pulls out an item that looks very similar to a dagger, but it does have slightly different shape. Generally about the same size as a dagger, a little bit more flat though. when you use this item, it is, I heard about how you did in the fighting pit. You seem like maybe one who could use a little extra help. So this here item will help you. You do have to practice with it a little bit before it will work for you, though. And just know that when you throw it, be prepared. Be prepared when you throw it. That's all I can really tell you at the moment. I don't know a lot about it. It's something that I found, and I was only able to learn a little bit about it before the individual that gave it to me had to leave in a bit of a hurry. He just said, if I throw it, be prepared. Only use it, though, when I need to use it. It will come in great. It will be very handy to me, and I figure it would be a good item for you.
Well, thank you. I'll start practicing with it right on the journey.
Yes.
Okay, so that's, is it like a dagger?
Yes. And very similar to the shape of a dagger.
Okay.
I'll actually send.
I just wanted to get it added to my.
Let's see here. Let me send this over to you. Just know what you do and don't know about this, but I'll send it to you so you have the information on it.
And 4. Work.
There we go. Did you get that? Sent it to the right okay, perfect.
Yep, I got it.
Okay. Perfect. So are you all heading out now then? Or Graham says, are we ready to go now?
I'm ready to go.
It's about time. Let's get this moving.
Okay. Well, we need to leave out of the southern gate. It is a bit of a ride now. It should shorten up the trip significantly, though. I would imagine probably by 4 or 5 hours, depending on the journey. I did say, though, remember, with horse and carriage, more things are like to happen. So just please don't let your guard down.
Yep.
Counting on you, Zep.
No, I'm gonna let my guard down.
And Skylar, are you all set, ready to go? Can't hear you. Just go ahead and say something when you're ready to test it out, and we'll keep going.
Hello?
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep. And everyone, how is the volume? I know there was a comment earlier. I did make an adjustment to the setting. How is everyone's volume? I heard mine was okay or good. How is the player's volume?
Yes.
So you guys start heading out the southern gate. It is early morning. It is kind of an early summer time frame right now in the Flyness. It is cooler right now in the morning. The sun is still low. There's a slight breeze, clear skies. It's ultimately just a nice day. The road is not beat up too hard. It is still to some extent used or at least worn enough that you're not facing any kind of difficult challenges at the moment.
Been a while since I've been out of the city, guys. This is a good break.
A glorious day to travel.
Is there anything you guys want to do along the drive or along the ride, or are you just kind of strolling along and seeing how it goes, or anything in particular?
I got my face buried in my book.
We don't have a lot of room on this wagon, correct?
Correct.
We're pretty snug.
Yeah. So I'm just looking out behind us, keeping an eye out.
Okay.
Well, So, Graham, I've heard heard a lot of people talking about Father Samuel in past tense. Is he no longer around?
And you're saying that to who?
To Graham.
Oh, no, he is around. He's still there. He is a bit on the older side, but, young for his kind.
Young for his kind. What is Father
Oh.
Samuel?
Oh, yes, he is a half-elf. As far as we know, he has been in Duvik's Pass for quite some time. He says he's low hundreds, 113.
Okay.
So, he is still alive, for sure. He is not the ghost or dead or anything like that. He is there.
Okay. This is kind of weird hearing so many people, talking about him in a past tense.
Word travels slow, I guess, or people forget. I don't know. People talk funny sometimes.
Well, it sounds like not a whole lot's been coming from this area to the city, so that can make sense.
Yes, for sure. And you have been quite quiet. One with vibrant hair. What is...
I don't even know what's going on right now.
He hasn't even said a word.
So, just to catch you up real quick, Sky, you guys have bought 2 horses, a cart, and you are heading south to Duvik's Pass.
Okay. We were at the tavern, and then we're on the way now.
Yep, you're at the tavern, went over, bought a couple horses, bought a cart, connected them, and now heading south to Duvik's Pass.
Yep. And
Okay.
the monks healed you, Rajah, for
Yep.
certain values.
Oh, yep, you have 10 health back.
Well, that's all I need.
Remember, we don't talk
Okay.
HP outside of that. You're
No,
feeling
we
pretty
don't.
good, right?
I'm feeling glorious. All right.
Good, our friend is feeling glorious on a glorious day.
I guess you could say he's feeling pretty with that nice gold hair binder.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Don't worry, one of these days I expect you to save my bacon for buying you that.
And what is the, who's on the cart and who's walking?
Oh, I'm on the cart. I'm up front. I'm kind of
Okay.
just talking over my shoulder.
Okay.
I'm
Could
just tucked in the
walk
corner in the
because-
cart.
Right where you belong.
I am sitting on the back of the cart, watching
Okay.
behind us.
How big is the cart? Do all 6 people?
They could if it would be a tight fit. The 4 people could fit on there and it'd be okay. 6 could fit. It would slow the horses down just a little bit, not a lot, but it would slow them down a little bit. 6 would be very tight on the cart.
And then I'll walk.
Okay.
I don't have anything heavy on.
And the monks are very willing to interchange. They walked the whole way here, the whole 27 miles. They walked between walking and sprinting to Augsburg. It's something that they explained prior that it's a good time in nature to walk that distance. So at any point, Rajah or anyone, if you want to switch on and off, they're happy to do so. Graham will go ahead and be in the back of the cart, sitting next to Rihu. and the other one will be walking on the other side of the cart of Rajah, just to help give some protection or just some posture that hopefully will keep anyone away.
Okay.
Well, go ahead.
Vantalord and Zep, being that you're in the front of the cart, if you would each roll a perception check as you're just heading through, you do see every now and then an animal
I've
running
got my
through the
face buried
trees.
in my book. Would I be not looking at anything other than my book?
Okay, Vantalord, you can go ahead.
Yeah.
I rolled a 15.
Okay. You do see, every now and then you enter a wooded area. You keep going, and there's some rock. You're near the base of the mountain, so every now and then there's kind of a cut through some of the rocks, and you just see a lot of this terrain in this area. Eventually, you do pull up, and let me see if I can give this to you. You guys are still able to see my screen, correct?
On Twitch, yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys click the link that was in the Discord?
I will. Okay, clicky. Yep.
So unfortunately, I can't get this to show for everyone on the stream, but at least you guys will have a visual of where you're at. Of course, you're not walking, you're on carts at this moment.
That's glorious.
Okay. So you're walking and you have trees around you, sometimes rock cliffs and open areas, small fields. Generally speaking, it's becoming more wooded though. The road starts to veer to the right, and it looks really nice. Everything looks calm, and so you keep on going.
Okay.
Right. Shortly, a little bit later, you do start to, Vantalord, you hear a rustling in one of the trees, and it sounds like it's coming somewhere from your right.
Hey, guys, do you happen to notice that? It's been pretty quiet most of the day, but now I'm beginning to hear some shh. Don't tell me to shh.
Just shh. You talk a lot.
We can't see anything besides just hearing the rustling.
At the moment, especially after Vantalord points out the sound, every now and then you hear a slight rustling, and it sounds distinctly different than the wind that's out there blowing through the trees. It sounds more like a big rodent, like a raccoon, or like a raccoon hopping through the branches. It's that kind of rustle.
And it's just continually following us.
No, not even following, and not so continual. Every now and then you hear it as you're passing through the area you're in currently. There's a rock formation in front of you, and the road curves around it. As you start to veer around this bend that's in front of you, you see the road just goes around this rock formation. And to the right, taking this a little bit slower because of just being careful with the cart and because of the sharp turns, there's somewhere to the right, it sounds like you hear this rustling. So it's not following you, you're just currently going a bit slower.
Our cart is keeping a steady pace still.
Steady, but again, it's slowed down for this horseshoe that's taking place around this. And at this time, as you move a little bit closer to the other side of this rock formation, finishing that horseshoe, you hear a rustle come somewhere in front of you as well.
Is it louder than the last ones have been?
No, the other one was to the right, and it, like I said, kind of like a raccoon jumping through branches. It's not jumping, it's not moving, but just that kind of sound. Similar sound in front of you, about the same loudness.
Just having been on some adventures and in my past history, I just want to kind of nudge everybody, not urgently or frantically, but just a quick kind of like keep an eye out, be on guard.
That's what I'm thinking, Rihu.
Angrily slam my book and start looking.
All right. Everyone
Put it
can
away.
go ahead and roll a perception check.
Oh.
Ouch.
I rolled a nat 20.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
I got a 9.
So a 25 total.
Oof.
I rolled a 3. I rolled a nat 1.
Okay.
Utter fail.
And what about you, Zep?
I got a 21.
21. So there's a 21, a 25 with a natural 20, and a 9 and a 3.
Yep, I don't see nothing. No.
It's a height issue. That's okay.
You don't have to think little of me. Come on, I do that myself.
Awfully sick of these short jokes.
Hey, just
I'm
because you
talking
don't
about you,
measure up.
Sep.
All right. Rihu and Zep, you had the no.
I had
Rajah,
21.
you had the Zep, you had the 21.
Yes.
Okay. Zep, you start to hear not rustling, but chatter. In a very rhythmic chatter. Rihu, for you, it's not so much that you hear it as much as you see something that's not naturistic. Something's not right with the scene as you start to see a individual shift out from behind a tree. And suddenly you see a staff raise up and thrust forward as a icy blue beam is shot out of it. Vantalord, with your natural 1, go ahead and roll a reflex save.
Oh. Dropping dice already, jeez. Started rolling. Come on, Vanta.
That's like rolling a natural 1 in real life.
Critical fail? No. Reflex. Brain work. Wouldn't that be acrobatics? No. Well, I rolled a 13 if I did straight because I can't find reflex.
Should be on your character sheet on the first page there.
It's your.
Under saving throws.
Yeah.
Yeah, 13.
Okay.
Mine's a 0.
Okay. Suddenly this blue beam hits you square in the chest, and you feel this coldness to it as you have armor on, correct? You have.
Mm-hmm.
So you see it form crystals across that armor. You feel the coldness sink into you. And it will cause 1 point of damage as you feel that coldness sink into your chest. And everyone can go ahead and roll initiative.
Since I heard him chattering, I would have known it was casting a spell. Would I get, I don't know, like an advantage?
No. So he got a surprise
I can
round,
know.
and he looked for the easiest target.
Yeah.
And with the two of you spotting him, he
went for the oblivious one.
Yep.
Got it.
Okay.
Just to start saying, or
So from 20 to 20 to 15.
19.
Ooh.
I also roll a 19.
Ooh.
I rolled a 13.
What about you, Rajah?
I rolled 12.
19. 19. And both Rihu and Zep rolled 19, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And Zep, what's your reflex?
My reflex is.
And same with you, Rihu.
+2.
+6.
On your stat block?
Yeah. Saving throws +6 reflex.
No, not saving throws.
Oh, sorry.
For your dexterity.
Dexterity. Okay. Sorry, you said reflex.
Sorry.
Yeah, you said reflex.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah.
I was confused. I said I'm +2 on either one. So.
Okay. On your dex, what is your mod?
1 second.
1001.
+4.
Okay. So Rihu, you're gonna be first, and then Zep. Okay. So Rihu, you're up. What you see is, and I can actually change this image for you. Let me bring this up. Okay, so you're here on this horseshoe, right? This road that's going around this rock formation, this big rock formation. On top of it, it's flat, with some trees and some bushes up there. On top of there, you see a goblin who's holding this staff that just shot this spell at Vantalord. And you are right here, if you can see where my mouse is.
Mm-hmm.
That's where your two horses and cart is. You're sitting on the back of that cart. You see this goblin up on top here.
Well, how far away?
Probably about 20 feet. There is a slight incline. It looks like it's probably about a 7-foot ledge to get on top of that formation. Looks like it'd probably be fairly easy to quickly climb up. Just remember, for mechanic-wise, you get your 10 feet of movement and an action, or you get your full movement. So instead of like we're used to where it's 30 feet of movement plus your action, it's restricted to 10 feet if you still want to take that action. You can take simple actions like picking up a rock and throwing it or opening a door without any cost.
Okay. I would like to immediately kind of jump into action, jump off the cart, run up the hill slightly, not all the way up the hill.
Okay.
And then go about 5 feet further down from the cart, kind of like hiding, almost like not crouched, if it makes sense, slightly on the downslope at the peak.
So are you wanting to be still on the main ground on the road here, behind a rock back here?
Yes. Kind of just about. Yeah, I would say. Sorry, I'm looking at your map here quickly just to see what I'm referencing. I'd like to get up towards him further, but be behind a rock. So down the road a little bit, and then, yep, right there. Perfect.
Up here.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So I'll go up the road, kind of use the rocks as cover.
Okay.
To get up nearer to this new enemy.
Still staying on the main road level,
Yes.
not climbing up onto the rock formation.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So you got 10 feet of movement will take you there. And then did you have any action that you wanted to do?
I did not have any action I wanted to do.
Okay. And then that takes us to Zep. It's your turn.
How far away is he from our cart right now?
About 20 feet. You're right back here.
Okay.
and then it's about a 7-foot tall cliff.
But I have line of sight on him.
Yes, you do. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna cast magic missiles at him. I'm gonna
Okay.
stay in the cart, but I'm gonna stand up and cast magic missiles.
Okay. And if you'd go ahead and read that off.
Did you read out what magic missiles does?
Yeah.
It is a 1d4 plus 1 damage magic missile. That's all it says for the description.
Okay. Just one magic missile, or is that 3, or?
I only have a first level spell slot.
So just one. Okay.
Yep.
And is it instant hit, or is it a save?
Targets up to 5 creatures. Can't be farther than 15. It's instantaneous. No saving throw.
Okay. Go ahead and. So no roll to hit either, right? Just instant hit.
Nope, it just hits. Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and roll
So it says,
damage.
and then I just 1d4 plus 1. Why can't I not? Oh, there it is. So 3 points of damage.
Okay. You see your magic missile strike him square in the chest, dead center. Enough force even to throw his head back for a second as he recatches his balance and thrusts his staff hand back forward. You can see, Zep, you're familiar with, generally speaking, with how his hands are moving. That you can guess he's probably getting ready to cast something else. But you definitely knocked him back for a moment as he regains his composure. That does take us to the goblin. As his hand does thrust forward again, he'll go ahead and see. He will cast another spell. He is going to move up to the edge of the ledge here. And hear the wild wolves in the background. He will actually put his staff, he'll quickly slide his staff through the ring on his belt, and he'll rub his hands together and thrust his hands forward. As his hands start to illuminate with a red glow.
Jazz hands.
And a burst of flames erupt in a cone from his hands. He's at the edge of the cliff there. So he'd probably be about 10 feet away. And he is going to target who is on... Still on the cart is Vantalord, Zep, and one of the monks, correct?
Should be Rajah too.
Yeah, Rajah hasn't had a chance to move yet.
Rajah was walking, correct?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's going to target as flames erupt from his hands, and each of you will take 3 points of fire damage. That is Vantalord, Zep, and one of the monks. And as flame is erupting from his hands, suddenly the rustling in the bushes, you hear a click and another click. As back here, a bolt will be released at Rihu. Does 16 hit?
I believe so. Just double checking.
Mm-hmm.
So my armor is at 16.
Yes.
Armor is 16. Okay. So it just barely makes it to you from the distance he's at. And it strikes. You feel it actually punctures your lower back area, and it will cause 4 points of piercing damage, as you are now made aware that there is a goblin directly behind you.
Is it 4, correct?
4 points.
Yep.
And let's see here. The other monk that was not on the cart, this goblin up here, will take a shot at him. And he also gets hit for 1 point of piercing damage. And now you're aware of these 3 goblins. The wizard up here, the one back here that shot Rihu, and the one up here that shot the monk.
Crap.
That brings us to Rajah and then, right? Rajah and then Vantalord, Vantalord then Rajah.
I rolled a
Vantalord's
13.
first.
Okay,
So,
Vantalord then Rajah.
monk. Hate goblins. Alright, I'm going to take one of my javelins. I'm going to throw it to the one up on top. Just a straight strength throw, 1d6 plus 3. So I just got to roll the hit.
Okay, go ahead and roll the hit.
I rolled a 12.
Oof. You pull the javelin back and you throw it, and you do hit, but you end up hitting the tree next to him, and not him.
Yay, fail boat.
Did you want to move at all, or stay right where you're at?
I am. I'm going to take my 10 feet of movement and I'm going to move closer to Rihu.
Okay.
Just get off this cart so I'm not a standing target.
Okay. So you're going to move slightly forward. Are you going to stand right next to him? Get in the same area?
I want to stand about 5 feet away from him just so that way get a little bit of separation between us.
Okay, like right in this area?
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. And then Rajah, it's your turn. And then after Rajah, it'll go back to Rihu.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to run. How far away is the goblin that's on the ground in the back?
This one here?
Yeah.
That would be, you're by the cart, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet.
Okay. I would like to move behind the second tree on the way to him.
Right here.
Yeah. And I like to hide behind that.
Okay. So if you want to get right next to that one, that will be about 15 feet. So you won't have an action. If you want to pull back to this first tree, you could still have an action.
I can't do anything to
Okay.
them. So yeah, I just move up. Well, I'll just run to him.
Okay. You're going to take your whole 30 feet, get up next to him?
Yes.
Okay. And then Rihu, it's your turn. Rihu and then Zep.
Okay, do I have enough movement for 10 feet to get up to the one that's on top?
Yeah, he moved over here now, so you could get up here and you'll be right next to him.
Okay. So I'm gonna get up there and go after him.
Okay.
I'm
So you
gonna
make
hit him
you make your way up, you climb up that cliff edge, and you're right next to him. And what do you do now?
an armed strike.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Does 15 hit?
15 does hit.
Oh. I hit him with 6 damage.
Oof. Going back to your fighting days back at the tavern, you climb up, you bring your hand just perfectly positioned. What does it look like?
You know, I just want to old school, nice, just crossover.
Perfect. Your hand comes across, takes him right across the jaw. You see his head turn, teeth bust out of his mouth, and he just falls limp to the ground.
Beautiful.
I
Zep.
look over at Rihu. I wanted that final blow.
That's when I'm gonna turn around and go, "We'll get the other two."
And you're up, Zep.
Okay, so the one that I just hit went down, right?
The wizard
Yes.
went down. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, yeah, that's the one I hit last time. Well,
Yep.
30 seconds ago. So do I have visual on the ones that shot the crossbows?
Yeah, now that they've shot, the one in the tree is a little bit harder to see. You can see him, just not fully. The one straight in
hard for me
front
to
of you where you saw Rajah take off to, he's in plain sight. Although Rajah is close to him.
Okay. Well, I will. So the one that I can see fully, I want to cast Acid Splash on him.
Okay. And what does acid splash do?
Deals 1d3 acid damage.
Okay. And thank you, Blue Box RPG. Thank you, John. I just saw. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not so good at watching the chat at the moment. I will get better at that. But John's gifted some subs there. So thank you for that. I did see that there was a raid earlier. Thank you, everyone, for coming in on that raid. And a couple new followers. Could you go ahead and read Acid Splash?
So orb deals 1d3 acid damage. It's vocal and somatic. Instantaneous.
Okay.
No saving throw.
And is there splash damage or just on the single target?
It just, I mean,
Just the single target?
This is one missile of acid is what the
Okay.
effect is. So
Perfect.
it's not. It's just called. I think the splash part is just the name of the spell.
Perfect.
So
Go ahead and roll damage.
and I want to when I cast it, I want to make it look like it's coming out of my mouth, like I'm spitting it.
Okay.
So that's 2 points of damage because
Oh, is it?
1d3 is a d4 minus 1, right? Whatever you roll.
So it looks like it is a touch attack, though, correct?
It doesn't say touch.
No, you fire a small
Range-
orb of
range is
acid.
close, 25 feet.
It's a range attack.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
25 feet. He's within 25 feet, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, if you move forward, he's 30 feet. So if you move forward just a little bit, you'd have to
Well,
get off the cart.
That's fine. I'll get off the cart so I can make
Okay.
it work and actually hit him.
Okay, perfect. So you go ahead and fire that.
Yep.
Or spit
And what
it.
did I say 3?
3 points of damage?
Yeah, 3 points of damage, I believe I said.
Okay. So this acid erupts. Your hands start to move in a very familiar motion. You feel the energy start to build up, almost like saliva in your mouth as you spit it. As you spit out, and suddenly this small wad of spit grows into this green glob that projects itself quickly to this goblin, landing on his face and bursting over his face. As you see this goblin scream out in pain as its face just slowly begins to take on a deformed shape. Rajah, this is happening directly in front of you as it falls to the ground, unconscious, dead.
Oh, that. Okay. That was easy.
Zep, that was your turn, so that takes us
Yep.
then to the remaining goblin up in the tree over here. You see him squirm a little bit, you see him looking around as he has his crossbow reloaded. Definitely not liking what he just saw, not enjoying his other goblin companion there being shot at such a long range. He is going to take a shot at Zep. Ooh, Oof. Does 10 hit?
No.
So the bolt lands at your feet, sinks into the ground, as the bolt then snaps in half from the pressure of the ground, but does not strike. The goblin will take some movement to attempt to get down. He will go ahead and make that attempt. And as he does, one of the branches breaks, and he starts to fall. Vantalord, your turn.
Okay, so let's see here. He's 10 feet, 20 feet away from me. Well, I'm going to take my second javelin. And I'm going to aim for him. So, again, 1d6 plus 3 if I hit, but first I got to hit. 17.
17 to hit?
Yep.
17 hits.
Okay, so d6. 6 points of damage.
Okay. And you threw a javelin, correct?
Yep.
Okay. You throw your javelin. He's falling from the ground. You time it, throw it, and the javelin skewers him as he's falling. And it actually pins him to the tree.
Hey Zep, that looks like you and Rihu is carrying you.
Now? You pick now?
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay.
All right,
Just want to mage hand quickly and slap him across the face.
Yeah, that was some terrible timing.
That's what I was looking for. Just gotta give him a little more guff.
All right. Moment goes by. Silence takes in. No more goblins around.
Can I check the one that died right in front of me?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna head to the one that's pinned by the tree and reclaim my javelin and search his pockets for anything of value.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to go loot the wizard guy.
Has the one that I'm
Faster.
standing by still been looted, or I will loot him if not?
Okay, so both Zep and Rihu. Rihu, you are right next to the wizard. Zep, you need to climb up this 7-foot cliff to get to the wizard. But you're heading...
Oh my god, so I'm just going to stare. I'm going to stare at the cliff and go, never mind.
Okay.
Nope. Nope.
Rihu,
Nope.
can you
Nope.
grab my other javelin from the tree?
Yeah, you got it.
Thank you.
Perfect. Rajah, when you're the goblin that you're standing by, you do find 5 silver and a copper piece on him. You find he has a couple crossbow bolts. He has 5 of them. And his crossbow that he has in his hand. You also notice the tree next to him has a cage. It looks like some kind of a wooden box cage. And it looks like there's maybe something inside of it that's moving.
Okay. And, alright. What kind of crossbow is it?
Just a light crossbow.
Okay. Well, I'll take the darts.
Okay, you're going to go ahead and take the crossbow bolts. And
And then...
go ahead.
And then I'll check out the cage.
What?
Contraption deal.
You walk over there, and it looks like it's probably a foot by a foot, like a cubic foot. It's a decent size. As you get closer, you start to hear this rustling around on the inside, the scratching sound. And then some squealing, like a lot of squealing on the inside of it.
Am I able to see inside of it?
Yep, you get close enough and you look in there, and you can actually see packed inside of this crate are multiple rats.
Oh. Well, I'll leave them there and yell at the other people. Rihu, we got a couple rats over here if you wanted to take care of those. Or would you be fine with me if we had some, or would it be fine with you if we had some supper for tonight?
I don't
I'm
know
not
if we're
eating that.
Yeah, I don't know if we're in dire straits enough to need to eat a rat dinner quite yet.
Well,
I
for all we know, they grew up in the forest.
Hey, we were told by the innkeeper that they are very good sources of
They could
disease.
carry diseases.
Yeah, so let's
That's
how about you
true.
just dispose of those, and we'll move on.
All right, I'll just throw the cage farther into the woods.
Okay. You go ahead and throw it. Do you just chuck it back there quite a ways?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so as you throw it back into the trees, it doesn't hit any, but when it lands, you notice that the cage breaks. And the rats inside, they're pushing on each other already because it's so packed. The cage opens up and the rats just scurry off in all kinds of different directions.
Yeah. Okay.
Vantalord, you're over by the pinned goblin to the tree.
Correct.
Okay. And you said you wanted to search it for anything?
Yep. Wanted to search for some gold, and I was gonna reclaim my javelin that pinned him to the tree.
Okay. You pull out your javelin, you check the goblin, you find, on this one, you find 3 silver and 4 copper. And you also find crossbow bolts and a light crossbow.
Okay. How many crossbow bolts?
7.
Yeah, I'll pick them all up.
Okay. And did you want to do anything else with this one?
No, because I'm pretty sure that guy's almost as tall as I am, if not a little taller.
Okay. And Rihu, you're over by the wizard. He has that staff that he originally used in the beginning. You see it. It's like a knotted, gnarly wood staff.
Mm-hmm.
There's a small stone placed at the top of it.
Okay.
Other than that, it's probably about 1.5 feet in length. Feels like wood.
That's like good.
On him, you find 9 gold
Okay.
and 3 silver.
Get a little coin on them.
And then you see that he is dressed in much nicer robes than you've typically seen on a goblin, which tends to have kind of beat up leather armor. This one does have more of a nice robe to him.
Okay. A nice robe. Okay. I think I would like to. Obviously, I'm going to take all the items and the coin. I'll take the staff and the robes, kind of like wrap those up together because I don't know too much about these. Kind of like just bundling it together quickly. I'm going to hold that in my left hand, and I'm going to walk over and grab the javelin also from Vanta.
Okay. You pull that javelin out of the tree, and within moments, everyone's back on the cart. The monks, definitely, they took a hit or two. They're okay. You look at them, and they've managed to stop any kind of bleeding, bandage any kind of wounds. But they took some hits. And Graham looks to you guys. Well, like I said, bringing along horses and a cart definitely brings more attention to us. So if everyone is ready, I would very much... I'd like to get going now.
I'm game for that.
Is it, everyone else? Zep, are you ready?
Yeah, I just, I would like my fair share of the spoils that you guys got.
That is amongst you
We're all-
and your companions. I am.
Oh, I don't mean for you. I'm just saying it to the rest of my party because, they all went and got everything, but we all killed it together. Like, I didn't get anything.
I really didn't get much more than a crossbow and bolts, and not only a few copper pieces. I mean, if you want, I can give you the crossbow and bolts, but as a wizard, I think you'd probably want what that wizard goblin had.
I don't want a crossbow.
I'll give Zep 2 silver.
I just think we should pile it all together and then split it up.
Well, I just wanted to. I'll hand. Since I don't know what I'm looking at here, I will hand the staff and the robe bundle, over to Zep, and just go, "Your spoils, Messer."
Oh, well, I don't know what these are, but okay, thank you. I guess I'll go sit back in the cart with them and start looking at them.
Okay. Anything else anyone's wanting to say or do before you start heading forward again?
I'm good to go.
Okay. Okay, so in moments, you're all back on the cart, or 4 of you are back on the cart. And starting to head, you finish your way around this rock formation and continue your path south to Duvik's Pass.
As they're doing that,
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if I can start breaking a way to connect this crossbow to the cart to make it a little more, or someone could aim it if needed. Tinker around for a little bit.
Okay.
I know I'm not much of a tinker, but I'm going to see if I can rig something up.
So under your skills, there's a... What is it? Under knowledge?
Engineering.
Or...
Well, under knowledge is
Craft.
in engineering.
Yep, and then under craft, there is craft siege weapons.
Yeah.
So
0 for bolt. This is gonna be great.
So under the craft siege weapons, go ahead and roll. Like you said, you're just tinkering around, using what you have at your disposal to see if you're wanting to like fasten this in some way to the cart, correct? Yep. Okay. So go ahead and roll to see how that goes for you.
And that's a nat 1.
Okay. So nothing breaks. You do snap as you pull the string back so that you would, be able to see how that would work and make sure that the line is clear. You're smart enough to know that certain mechanics have to be in place. As you do, one of the bolts actually fires off into the forest, and the string itself catches your hand, causing a point of damage.
Fantastic.
And it's just, you get frustrated at it, but you kind of realize, you just really don't have the extra supplies to attach it.
Yep. Well, I tried, guys. I failed. Maybe I'll just keep it in my backpack for now.
And
It was a noble effort.
Say that again.
It was a noble effort.
So as the 6 of you are still heading south, about 2/3 of the way there, you're almost to Duvik's Pass. We're going to go ahead and take our break, our 5-minute break here. Go ahead and do whatever you need to do. Get a drink or get some food. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Mics will be left hot, so anyone can still interact with the viewers or vice versa. And see you in 5 minutes. I am going to hop into the chat because I see things every now and then, but it is. I don't know how you do it, John. I'm pretty sure you're still out there. I don't know how you pay attention to all of it. And you got so much more in your setup than I do.
He's been doing it a lot longer.
Well, I mean, granted, that is true. He's got a couple, like 2.5, 3 years under his belt, but. Let's see. So we had volume. I think the volume is fixed.
Sounded like it when people were saying that.
Yeah, I turned you guys up in Streamlabs, and I think that took care of it. And I know, Amanda, I know you've been doing it. Thank you, everyone. We do have a couple of sponsors. There is Cozy Gamer Dice. Amazing dice. I actually still need to buy a pair of them, but I'm scared to because Skylar can attest to it. Becca can attest to it. I roll dice, and they roll low. John can attest to it. If you guys saw how many dice I have, I roll low. So I'm kind of scared that if I buy these,
Are you Will Wheaton?
well, I don't know that reference.
Oh, you don't know who Will Wheaton is? Oh, he's an actor, and he's a big, like a tabletop gamer. He does a lot of D&D, and like he's notorious for natural ones and just rolling low.
Oh, well then I guess
it's like
so.
it's a curse.
Yeah. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. So
Yeah.
I want to buy some Cozy Gamer because anyone I've seen roll with them rolls well, and that would just be confirmation to the curse that I roll low. But Cozy Gamer dice, really good dice. Check them out. There is also Ferox Fabrications. The guy is amazing at woodwork. I've even done some custom stuff through him. Really good. Very, very nice individual. Trying to think of who else we have here.
Ooh, wooden dice.
Okay.
So yeah, man, I know there's more. There is more art of. Actually, let me go to my stream here. I have them up. There's Cowboy Hob. Cowboy Hob created the art that you see here as far as the backdrop here. Cowboy Hob did that, as well as all the art that you see on the other streams for Blue Box. Sunday, Tears of Adhere. As well as Tuesday, Greyhawk Awakening, and the character art there. So Cowboy Hob, wonderful artist, very, very talented. And then we also have Art of Mike Disney. He has this stream. I think he's still running in the morning. The guy is fantastic. He was at the last Blue Box Con. Becca and I even sat in on one of his paintings. He taught us to paint these little bugbears. And just very nice guy, very, very knowledgeable in painting. So there are some of our sponsors. I'm going to step away for just 1 minute while we finish up our break. And Rihu will be back. It looks like he and Rajah are still stepped away. So you guys enjoy the chat. I know you can't see them, but Vantalord and Zep are still here.
Yep. You haven't scared me away that easily.
You shouldn't be scared of me anyway, because, I mean, I got lucky. If I didn't get that natural 20, you would have won.
Yeah.
No, seriously, I was down to 1.
I was too.
Oh, wait, when I hit you with the natural 20, you were?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you had a lot more hit points than me. That's not them anymore.
Nope. That was a... No, I was at 2, excuse me, not 1, but either way, it was a close fight. That would have been fun.
Yeah.
That's funny though. Not one trying to mount a crossbow onto the cart.
Yeah.
Eh,
I just gotta figure out. I just gotta figure out if what I gotta do here to, because I know in 5e like you can like use like a if you have arcane knowledge to check if items are magical, but I don't know what it is here through Pathfinder. I was
let
gonna
me
ask him, but he was talking the whole time. So.
let me check because I've got the thing up on
Well,
here.
because there's a knowledge arcana, so like that's kind of what I'm thinking, but I don't know.
That's what I would think because in many other games, Arcana is synonymous with
Magic.
Arcane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um.
So yeah, we'll see when he gets back what happens. I guess really, but I gotta figure out the spell thing.
I'm glad he hasn't asked me to roll a stealth check for anything, because I have a -6 on that. And a -6 on disabled device. I am not going to try to get any traps. Nope. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I rolled a nat 20. Oh, -6, you rolled a 14. You failed!
I am negative in climbing and swimming. Otherwise, I don't have any other negatives.
Yeah, I'm negative in climbing.
That's why when he said well it's a 7 foot, I'm like yeah I'm negative so no
Oh, yep.
thanks.
I'm negative in swim too, so
Yeah.
that's funny.
Okay. Is Rihu is there he is. Hey Ryder. And
Hola.
hola. There we go. Okay.
¿Cómo está?
Okay.
Perfect.
Whoopsies.
Let me go ahead and get our cameras live again. And we are back. I know that you guys aren't able to see the Tailspire. I actually, it's not Tailspire. Tailspire is actually amazing. I've actually done a lot of work in there preparing for this stream, and I've used it I don't know how long it's been. Last year and a half. Wonderful program. Unfortunately, I have kind of a potato of a computer at the moment. I just did an upgrade on the RAM, so that's doing better, but it's still lagging a little bit, as you guys can see. So I've been showing still image photos to the crew here so that they have an idea as we explain the scenery and do a bit of a theater of mind, right? Going back to a little bit of old school with theater of the mind there. That being said, let me double check this because I do believe that, let's see, tonight we will be doing a TLG code, which is Troll Lord Games, another one of our sponsors, Troll Lord Games code for the giveaway tonight. So stick around, hang out with us. At the end of the stream today, we'll go ahead, do the stream MVP and a giveaway for a TLG code for our giveaway tonight. And that being said, we'll go ahead and jump back into it. And my dog will join me. You guys are heading south. You've obtained a couple items and obtained some coin, avoided death, caused some death, and as you are heading back, started your journey south again to Duvik's Pass, each of you get this sensation actually before you start to head back, just as you're collecting your items, this sensation of a kind of like a heaviness, not necessarily a heaviness like a personal burden, just kind of like the air got heavy, like the air became thicker or heavier. It lasted for a moment as you were collecting your items, and then it went away. You got onto your cart, started heading south, about 2/3 of the way there at this moment. Anything you guys are wanting to do as you continue to head south?
Well, can I check the items that he gave me to see if there's any magical properties to them, or just what they are really?
Yeah, do you have a way of checking them?
I have a spell, but I don't know if it's the correct one.
Okay, what is it?
Detect magic. It's a cantrip.
Okay, and what does it say?
It says detect spells and magic items within 60 feet.
And the amount of information revealed depends on how long you study the particular object. So every 6 seconds, you can study it longer and longer, and you find out more about it. So the first 6 seconds, presence or absence of magical auras. So it takes 6 seconds or a round just to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 2, or second round, is number of different magical auras and power of the most potent aura. And then third round is the strength and location of each aura. So if you're looking in that distance, right, if it's at that 60-foot mark, you can kind of hone in on where it's coming from at that point. And there is a check to go along with that. So you're wanting to find out the magical properties of this?
Yeah.
Okay. As you start to focus in, it's not overly difficult. As you're aware, as a cantrip, you're not really identifying it other than just these magical properties. You get the sense that this particular staff has a bit of a, as you sit there for 12 seconds, a bit of an evocation aura to it. It doesn't feel like it's overly powerful. Fairly similar to things that you've interacted with to your experience so far. It's nothing that's blowing your mind, but you can definitely sense that it does have some power to it, and of the evocation class.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else that you're wanting to do with the staff or the robe?
I didn't sense any magic on the robes.
Not on the robes, no.
Okay, so then they just look really nice, and they're goblin sized.
Yep, they're goblin size.
Yeah.
That goblin was slightly taller, not a lot, maybe a couple inches taller than the other goblins, but they are nice, especially for considering that a goblin was wearing them. They're not tattered, they're not torn. There is a couple different colors to them. Generally speaking, the majority of them, or the majority of the robe, is black. It's not silk, considering the type of environment they're in, but it is a durable fabric. Majority of them is black, and then there is an emblem on the back of it as well.
Do I know what the emblem is?
Go ahead and roll a knowledge check.
Which knowledge?
Fair question. Knowledge history.
History. Okay. 2 + 4. 16.
Okay. It seems familiar, but what it seemed something that's throwing you off is it seems like there's a weird compilation of imagery. You recognize some, but like anything, right? You have this image. You have 3 images that you put together, and if you add in a fourth one, the meaning changes. Or if you take one of those 3 out, the meaning changes. So you recognize the imagery, but the way that they're assembled or put together, just it feels like it's at the tip of your tongue, but it's just not coming to you.
Okay. Nothing else on the robe at all?
No,
Just the emblem?
other than that,
And the fact that they're nice and like they're clean essentially for being on a goblin.
Yep, exactly. The imagery that you see on the robe is think of a horizon, like a line, right? A horizon. And then on the top of that horizon, you have a half circle. Okay, and then you have what looks like rays coming out of that half circle. On the bottom of that horizon, so it looks like a sun, essentially. It looks like a sun on top of that horizon.
Mm-hmm.
Below that horizon, you have another half circle, and it's a blood red color. So you have this yellow sun and this blood red circle.
Okay.
Or half circle.
Then it kind of also looks like an eye with a bisecting horizon line.
A little bit, right? There's a half circle with rays, horizon, half circle that's red.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. What about everyone else? What are you doing while you're finishing up the last trek of this ride?
Well, as we're on the drive, I look over to the monks and sir, several of us took a couple hits. Is there any chance you can pray healing over us again?
Well, that is a possibility. Not quite like we did last night. And it might be the last time today. So, do you desire us to stop and seek the guidance of our deity and perhaps heal slightly? Or do you wish to continue and perhaps heal at a later time if needed again?
I think now that I think about it, I think maybe later on.
What about the rest of you? How are the rest of you doing? Are you beat up, hurt, bleeding, or are you doing okay at the moment?
I'm fine. I'm perfectly dandy.
I'm not great. I
I'm
kind of
still-
took a shot through my armor.
Ooh, that does not sound good. And you, I believe you said your name is Rajah.
Yes, I am doing great.
Doing great. That is great to hear, Rajah. It sounds like you, we have not spoke much. It sounds like you are a bit of you like to tussle.
Yeah, I do. When I can win.
Winning is a nice thing, but there is humility in losing.
That's true.
Not humility like bad, but like humbleness.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Oh, Vantalord.
Yes.
Have you practiced with that dagger at all? Or I guess
A
it's
little
not
bit.
quite a dagger, but you know.
A little bit, just trying to get my feel for it. But I say we've only been on the road a couple hours.
Well, we're like 2/3 of the way there. And although by
suppose-
horse, it's probably been, instead of we're looking at 9, 12 hours, probably looking at 7. Probably been about 4.5, 5 hours by now. As you notice that you left early morning and the sun is a little bit past its highest point in the sky.
Yeah, is there anything else you could tell me about this weapon? You just said to as I'm practicing it, just be prepared when I throw it. Do you know anything else about it?
I have only used it once. And in doing so, a very strange thing happened. I don't know. I don't know the full extent to it. The individual that I obtained it from was in a bit of a hurry, and needless to say, they had limited ability to take some things with them. And so I was given this. And what I was told is, upon throwing it, that I need to be prepared to strike. And that was confusing to me, so I took it and I threw it. And when I threw it, as soon as I saw it strike, I was right next to it again. Beyond that, I cannot tell you much. I do not know how many times it can do this, if it could even do it again. As far as I know, it is just a really good throwing knife.
I've kind of figured that it's pretty lightweight. It's pretty well balanced from what I can tell. So I'm just hoping that it stays true, and I'll do my best to be ready with it.
For sure. Now, it looks like you have an individual of your team. Perhaps Zep can give you some guidance. I don't know if he's able to identify things like this.
I can. I gotta take some time with it.
That's
You might get it back.
might get it back.
Well, I don't know. I might like it. It's shiny. I'm kidding. Just give it over.
Okay,
I'll
fine.
give it back.
Hand it over to Zep.
So I'll do the same thing I did with the staff and the robes, detect magic.
Okay. So you let a couple seconds go back, just detecting magic. And you do sense a school of conjuration on this item. Similar to the staff, you don't feel a strong emanation coming from it. And that's kind of all that you're able to tell. But it is distinctly conjuration.
Okay. Well, so I'll let him know. Can't tell much. It's not very strong. It's a little stronger than a normal one, but, I sense some magic about it. And I'll put it in my pocket. Just kidding. I will hand it back.
Okay. Rajah and Rihu, anything the two of you are doing?
No, just trying to recover.
Just making sure the tip of my rapier is still sharp. Or pointy.
Okay. Alright, so you guys continue. Everyone go ahead and roll a perception check as you finish up this last leg of your trip.
Perception.
Hey.
Yes, perception.
It's 20.
Okay.
I rolled a 16.
I rolled a 13.
21.
Okay. So the two of you that rolled, Rajah, you rolled 21 also, right? Or 20?
Yeah, I rolled a 20. It's not natural.
Okay. So the two of you notice that as you go, you see some rodents, some wildlife, pretty much what the monks were talking about the sereneness of nature. You hear some birds, and the sun starts to go a little bit further as you start to approach what can definitely be made out from even this distance, still a mile or so away, as a formation of a settlement in the distance. And the monks let you know. Graham speaks up. Oh, that is Duvik's Pass up there. There are, it is more than just what it looks like. But there is an area where the mine is, as well as an area further to the south where the actual pass through the rakers is located. But yes, that is it. It is a simple but a good place. As much as it might have some other rumors about it. But we should be there here in a few minutes. It is maybe a mile away.
It's good to hear.
It'll be interesting to see what's going on with this old city.
Yes, it is quite old. Is there anything that you need to do, any of you need to do before we arrive? I would imagine that Father Samuel will be a little bit surprised to see us, because he probably expected us to come by foot. So we are a couple hours early, but that is okay.
Nothing wrong with being early.
You said you needed help fast, so you got fast.
Sometimes you learn more by surprising them.
That is true. And you, Rajah, anything that you want to do before we arrive?
Could you give me possibly a quick layout of the town?
Of the town, you said?
Yes. Oh.
Yes. It is. Oh, I mean, at one time it was booming. It was a decent size, nothing like Ogburg, but there was a decent size city, a small city. What really remains now is maybe a couple hundred of us. The city itself is. There used to be blacksmith and merchants that would come. Merchants used to come a lot because of the pass. Now, like I said, there's probably 150 of us. Father Samuel and the three of us, or the two of us. There are a couple other monks that are there with us as well. And then just the common people. There are no real trades left in the city. So any of the stores that were there, any of the blacksmiths or weaponsmiths, leather workers, they don't exist. We make do with what we have. There are some tools and things like that have been sitting around for a long time, but we don't know how to use them well. It is pretty basic in nature. A lot of times there are a few in the city that do still hunt, so they bring us the food. And there is the temple that we keep in good condition, or as good as we can. The population has been growing recently with people trying to have the mine reopened, but Father Samuel is insistent that they stay closed. And that is kind of the basic layout. It is a pretty... I think I have heard the phrase that it is a town like people roam. It is a town like ghosts roam there. Like, it is empty.
Sounds like
a ghost town?
Sounds like a difficult living.
It is peaceful, except for the recent travelers to open up the mine. It is rather peaceful.
Uh-huh.
Hold on.
I say we go
Did
to
you say
Father
there are
Samuel.
ghosts?
No. There are no ghosts. It's just empty, as if a ghost lived there. Rajah, what was it you said?
Well, I am ready to go meet Father Samuel.
Okay. Well, let us go then, with no more delay. And you guys begin to pull in, and there's a spot where you can still put the horses, and there's a couple people that Vantalord, you get a good feeling from them. They're no experts in taking care of horses, but there is a stable, and they understand well enough how to clean the hooves and feed it and water them.
I appreciate you guys taking care of them. How much do you charge for a stable stay?
And the couple people were about to speak up, and Graham says, No. It is no worry. As long as we can keep these mines closed, people will stay safe. So the horses can stay free. You coming is help enough. That is payment enough for you coming.
Thank you.
So before we walk away, I want to go up and just gently caress each of the horses' heads and say, "Thank you, Princess. Thank you, Buttercup. Thank you." And then go with everyone else.
You hear the slight from the horses as you pet their large nose, their large head, and it's just kind of a good feeling from the horse as you guys took care of them on the way. You didn't push them hard. They didn't get hit by the goblins, and so now they're resting in a good place.
I look at Zep and I was like, I still heard that. It's hi-ho and silver.
You didn't hear anything. I was talking to the horses.
Just because you're short doesn't mean you're quiet.
You didn't hear anything.
The other monk, Reynard, was, Vantalord. It is the search for silver that made the city boom. And it is believed, at least by some, that it is the greed and search for that silver that brought this city to its knees. I do not know that naming your horse after monetary greed is a good option.
Well, I've also heard that it's not money the root of all evil, it's the love of money. Some of us just want to help people.
Did you just get schooled by a monk?
I don't think either of us are teachers, but perhaps the caution of silver and what it has brought the city. Just be careful. We need to keep these mines closed, as Father Samuel has told us.
I still want to see why Father Samuel's so insistent of something that happened 80 years ago.
And as you're all walking, having this conversation, the two monks, Graham and Renard, take you to a very humble place. They take you to this building a bit away from the temple. And even the temple doesn't look like what you've seen in Ogburg, where it's this very big, grandiose, tall building. Here in Duvik's Pass, especially after all these years of minimal upkeep, it's much smaller. Very taking a guess, Vantalord, seeing the stonework, the general size of that stonework, you would guess that the inside, unless there's something hidden or some kind of tunneling, just generally looking at it, you'd guess that it probably fits 30 people within its building, within the temple, if it is just a rectangle. So they take you over to the house area of the house of Father Samuel, and they knock on the door. Father Samuel, we have some individuals here, and well, they're the best bet that we have right now to keep the mines closed. And that was Renard that said that, and Graham says, "Are you ready to meet Father Samuel?"
Well, we traveled all this way. Might as well leave. No, of course we're ready.
Oh,
You
wonderful
really don't know
then.
how to make jokes, do you?
It is okay. We don't have much variety around here, so it's something new. So we'll take that. And he just gets this awkward smile on his face. And just a note, anyone who is watching us right now, if you go over to our Discord, not only will you see the RP from these guys, but also the character portraits that I'm using, even the snapshots that are showing them during their combat. All of that stuff will be posted in the Fall of Red Dawn channels, so you can see it there. And then as soon as I can get my potato to be a super potato, I'll start using Tailspire.
It's still just a baked potato.
Hey, if that baked potato runs that awesome program, then it is a wonderful baked potato. And as Skylar knows, as long as it's a fully loaded baked potato, it is a good potato. So Father Samuel opens up the door after it's knocked on. And in front of you, you see this relatively tall man. He stands roughly 5'10", very well framed, not overly slender. He's definitely not a larger individual either. He is very almost a square jaw, but then is slightly more softened than you see in a full elf. You do see, especially being told that he is half elf, the ears do stand out as, again, more of a softened elven ear, not quite as sharp. He does have a beard. He has dark hair. He has this short beard going around his mouth and up his jawline, shorter but straggly hair as he wears his robe attire. More of like a purple, but not quite of a deep, dark royal purple, much more modest, much lighter in color. And fair to tan type of complexion. Well, it is good that you were able to join us. Please, come in. Let me. Do you need some water or perhaps some teas? Anything to drink? It must have been a bit of a journey.
I'd love some tea. Do you have any biscuits?
Water.
Water and food sounds good.
I do not have biscuits. We could probably in fact we can get you some food. It will just know that it will be very humble food. I don't you, and he points to Zep, I don't have any biscuits here. They might have some that they can bring, so we can. And he points over to Graham. Please go get the water and food, and go get some tea for this one here.
Thank you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Much obliged.
So what is it that brings the four of you here? Like, why?
They did.
Well, yes. What I mean is, why have you chosen to come?
I believe we were told there could be some compensation and some adventure.
Okay. What about the rest of you? And he points over to Rajah. He goes, you have very interesting hair. It is very bright, vibrant. And he twirls his hair. Mine is just dark, but yours is yellow or orange, or it is vibrant in color. What brings you here, of all places? Why do you join these individuals? You're
He's
muted.
muted.
I met a few of them multiple years ago, and I was just minding my own business, walking around town, and I was like, whoa, I met that guy before. And I walked over, and now I'm here. It's funny how things happen so fast.
They do. They really do. You are wise in understanding how time can move quicker than we think. And just be mindful of that. It is good, though, that you are in company of past friends.
Yes.
And you see his eye just get larger as he realizes who's in his presence. He goes, and to have a dwarf here. I don't know if they meant it on purpose. But what is your name?
My name's Vantalord.
Vantalord. I don't know that I've ever heard that name, but what better than a dwarf in a mine?
It's quite humorous, yes.
Are you one that works with stone? Are you familiar with that way of life?
No, I grew up in a line of paladins. So, protection.
His facial expressions almost slump a little bit at hearing that you're not familiar with stonework and mining. Oh, I see. But a paladin nonetheless, one fighting for good and justness.
Yep, not all dwarfs are miners and stonekeeper.
Well, for sure. Apologies if I was offensive in that. That is why I asked if you're familiar with that way of life.
None taken. It's quite common.
Yes. And the one that wanted tea. What brings you here? You're so
I was hoping you might have books.
books.
I like books.
I
I just
think
want books.
that I could probably arrange that. Whether it be, I have a couple here that you might like. But I might be able to. Have you been able to get into the bigger library in Augsburg?
No, they haven't let me in.
I see.
They're very mean.
Mean.
Yes. They won't let me in. It's
Yeah.
mean.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean when you say they're mean. I don't know that I would say they're mean as much as they have a tendency to protect what they have. But I might be able to help you in that.
Okay. That would be great.
It depends on. Well, if you're looking for coin, I can offer you little. But if you're looking for compensation in maybe a clearance to a part of that library, I might be able to help you with that.
I'll take both. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think. And he just.
No, thank you. Yes, thank you.
I don't think. But and you, the last one here. What is your name? You are not dressed in armor. You are very modest. The two of you, both you, Zep, and you. What is your name? As he points to Rihu.
That would be Rihu. And
Oopsies.
I'm a man of few words, so what would you like to know?
I guess that means you'll be quieter in tough situations. Why do you come here? What brings you? Why?
We've already heard it a couple times, but we just kind of fell into this adventuring thing here, and Here for a little, to make life a little easier.
I see. Is there anything that you seek? Perhaps a place to stay, to be amongst the people here, and protect and keep people out of the mines.
I don't know if I seek anything here, but really only physical compensation
I
is
see.
my main intention.
I see. That is understandable, and it is not wrong. I understand. Let me see. Okay. Well, it is getting late. It is evening is soon upon us. Now, do you have any questions? Anything you want to know? Is there? I have one more, and that's: is there a particular leader, or are you all just kind of doing this together?
Well, I think I started pulling people together, so unless the others say otherwise, I'm kind of
We
taking
don't have a
point.
leader.
Yeah, you would say that, gnome. But I do have a question for you, Father Samuel. It's, I've heard a lot of people saying the mines have been closed for the last 80 years. In your words, what happened?
I see. So soon, so quick to the point, I guess. You see, many years ago, many decades ago, when I was much younger, there was something in the mines, something that caused a great sickness. And I don't quite recall it. I was much, much younger than I am now. But I remember many people became sick, many people died. It was at the same time that we had a large silver rush. Those who became sick, they didn't become sick right away. I remember that. And I want to say that there was an individual, there was a shaman of sorts that was casting some kind of curse or poisoning the water. That sickness spread throughout the city. Some rumored that it was a shaman who was angry and seeking vengeance. Others say that it was just something that got into the water stream. But what I remember from when I was little is that there was a shaman and he was seeking revenge. And there was a group of individuals that came a while back, at that time, that removed him. I vaguely remember that. That is why I hold strong to that belief, that there was one. They removed him, and soon later, the water became clean again, but by then so many people had died that no one wanted to come back.
Did he curse
So
the land
why are the
or the
mines
water?
Wait, what?
Did he curse it? Did he give you guys a curse?
That is what's believed at that time. Now, when he was removed, it seemed like everything went back to normal. And what was it you were saying? And he points over to Rajah.
still? So why are the mines still closed if the source of the sickness was the water, and now it is gone?
Because within the last 10 to 15 years, it seems like, and he points over to Graham and Renard as they come back in with the food and water, that within the last 10 or 15 years, similar situations have started to happen again. For many years, they were closed because no one was coming. But now, I have kept them closed. I have made sure that no one can work in them. But now people want to come. Most people don't even remember. They tend to be human and not live as long as I do. So I remember. And in the last 10 to 15 years, it seems like more people, or that people are starting to get sick again in very similar ways, but I don't understand how.
Could it be another shaman coming that's trying to curse it because he's angry that he was put out? Do you happen to remember what type of shaman it was? Was it another, half elf like you?
Let me, 1 second. Let me,
I think if they knew that Vanta, they wouldn't be bringing us here.
But if Father Samuel's one of the older people, these younger ones would probably not realize that, and he may not have shared with them to the depth that we're kind of being pointed.
I don't know if it's a shaman in there now. I don't know if part of the ceiling has caved in and released some kind of substance into the water. I don't even know if it's the water that's doing it. We have not had a consistent means of understanding what we know is, especially in the last 2 years. Some people have gone missing. And that is easy to tell when you have very few people in your city. Some people have gone missing. Some have ended up with sickness, and that sickness is very similar to the previous sickness. We have not seen someone come and go, except for the people that we try to stop. And when they get in there, they tend to not come back out, ever. Or if they do, the two that manage to get out, and he points again over to his two monks, I was very fortunate to be able to save them. They were in very bad condition. But they were seeking after the silver, and maybe...
Sounds like our main mission, our goal that you're hoping to achieve is for us just to find the source of the sickness.
If that is possible, that is great. My hope is that we can stop people from even just going in there. If you can find out what is causing this. That is... And you see a little bit of a glimmer in his eye as you can see that he's starting to reminisce on the old city. If I should not be thinking about such grandiose things as the opening the mind. I do not want people to be sick, but even the people that are here, the minds can stay closed, but finding out what is causing our people to disappear and be sick, that is important.
Yes, if we can clear the mine, then you can open it back up and this place can get back to what it used to be.
I was just thinking that same thing, Zep.
That is possible, I suppose.
Is your current group ready to support us?
Say that again.
Can your current group support us in this endeavor?
Do you mean like go in the mines with you?
Supplies and any support we may need.
What we can do, like I said in the beginning, we are very humble people without a lot of skills. If you are looking for some basic weapons, arrows, bolts, things that our hunters would go out with, bows, we can supply you with that.
I was thinking more in the lines of food and water enough for our journeys.
Oh, yes. The mine is just, a half a mile over there. The mines are very close.
Do you know how deep the mines go?
I have never been in them. But I don't think that they're overly deep. I think they were more, by what I remember, they went further in than down. They maybe went a little down, but they struck the silver vein really quickly, and it went more just into the mountain.
Okay.
Well, what about potions? Do you have any potions that you can give us?
Father Samuel smirks. Again, we are very humble people here. We do not have an apothecary. We don't have someone that can make potions, and honestly, we rely on the divine interventions of our deity to be able to provide that light and healing.
Well, you should rely on potions too, because it helps.
Perhaps, sometimes. We can provide you a place to stay. We can provide you a place to come when you come out, although it will not be in one of the currently lived-in quarters. And I think I can assume that you understand why. That after you leave those mines, there is a risk you take by going in there.
Definitely makes sense.
Understand.
So, would you like to take off tonight into the mines? I know you've had a long journey. You could sleep overnight if you would like.
I think clearly one night's rest is much more favorable for our group and starting a new expedition in the evening.
Yeah, starting in the morning would be better, for sure.
Absolutely. Either way, the mines will be dark. We can provide you with torches as well. I'm not sure.
I can do that, and I'll cast light right above my hand. I got that.
That works.
Can you do that with Mage Hand, though? That's the question.
No.
That was a quick
You don't
answer.
understand magic, do you?
It'd be a nifty trick. Maybe you should learn it.
Zep
That's
is
not
a man
possible.
of quick thoughts and decisions.
I see. That is probably a good thing for what he does. But yes.
Some might say it's leadership qualities.
This is the one that was picked up and hung on a wall almost.
Meh.
I see. And you can see that he just does a quick, like, may the divine be with these people as they go in, like just like a prayer of protection and hope at the same time. That is okay. We can get you a place to stay. We will actually bring you to the same place that you will come to after the mines. You will, right? You'll come back out. We can give you the food. We can give you water to fill up your flasks. We'll take care of your horses and cart in the meantime.
Oh, our horses. Did you meet them? They're Princess and Buttercup. They're just down there.
I have not.
Zep, we both know that's not their name. You didn't pay for them.
Yes, it is.
Very interesting group. We can provide you the beds. They are decent beds. And provide you with torches, even if you want them at a later point. It gets very dark. Can any of you see in the dark?
I can.
Rajah, you can.
Yes.
Sounds like leadership qualities.
Pretty sure I can. Just double check my own sanity.
I don't know if I can take as many hits as you guys, though.
Yeah, I can see in the dark.
Well, at least you have a couple. There have definitely been individuals, humans to say the least, that have gone in and, as far as I know, they got lost. Because I don't know why else someone would not come out of there unless they got sick or lost. So it is good.
Awkward.
Yeah, a little bit.
I just have an awkward look on my face as I contemplate that he just calls out my race specifically.
I noticed. Sorry again. I do not mean offense, but when you can't see in the dark, you can't see in the dark. I mean, that is kind of what it is.
For him, dark spelled with a C instead of a K.
So that is good. I will. My two monks here. They will. Graham and Renard they will take care of you tonight and get you ready in the morning. And I do hope and pray that all goes well, and I don't know. I don't know I don't even know. It's been so long. Real quick, before you guys are taken away to your temporary home, any last questions?
So would people get sick in the mine? Does it happen immediately, or is it when they come out?
In the past, it took about a day. Currently, I don't know what is making people sick. Usually when they sneak past us and get in the mines, they don't come back out. And we have not found a reliable understanding of if it's the water that we're drinking or if it's the sickness coming back. It is hard to say. The only thing that we have consistently noticed, and I cannot understand why, is that these, and you see him almost lose his composure, that there are more rats here than there ever have been.
That sounds like it's the case in a lot of places.
I don't know. I do not travel outside of here, but I
You were
hate
told that
rats.
Rats bring disease.
I don't know if they bring it, but I have.
Well, they carry disease.
They
That's
seem
what we
to.
were told earlier
Yes,
today.
that is a common thing about rats and different kind of rodents like them. They seem to be able to carry them without being affected. I think. I think smaller rodents can also do it. Things like raccoons and other rodents. What
Do you notice anything weird with wildlife bringing on that would cause the onset of rats? Extra dead animals or something?
Not that
Rajah, did you not find a crate of rats today?
I did. And I threw it, and it broke.
Well, I think we can put 2 and 2 together here and be ready for some goblins tomorrow.
Why, do you found goblins and rats together?
Yeah, we were attacked by goblins
was
on the road.
We took care of them.
I suppose I oughta burn those rats, but I just let them back into the wild.
You touched the cage too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Got
Stay
a
away
prayer
from
of
me.
healing over him?
Oh,
Prayer of cleansing?
don't touch me.
Rajah, could you please sleep on the other side of the room from us tonight?
If you want me to, I suppose.
Let's be on the safe side.
Well, let's hope that they were just some hungry goblins and they were, maybe. Another thought for another day, but maybe we can hire some goblins to get rid of the rats for us. Perhaps they're just hungry. I don't know. That's just a thought, but maybe tomorrow we talk about that. For today, how about Graham and Renard? They'll take you to your room and be comfortable, sleep well. Tomorrow we'll find out if the light of Pelor will be upon us. And with that,
Pelor must be your god.
that is correct.
Yes, we knew that. They told us that.
I'm a dwarf. My memory's about as long as I am tall.
Is that our stopping point?
Yeah. With that, we will go ahead and stop. However, we still do have the giveaway and the stream MVP. Amanda, I think you're still in the chat. If you'd be able to actually, I think, Amanda, you have to do it. Or John. The brain fart. The giveaway.
Mental flatulence.
Yep. The giveaway for the Trollord game. Man. It has been It has been a minute now.
The gift certificate?
Yes, thank you. The Trollord Games gift certificate for the giveaway tonight. Amanda has that going. She also has a poll that she'll get up so that everyone can vote. And we can go ahead and start. And Rihu, if we'd start with you, why do you think you should be Stream MVP?
And I'm the one punch wonder. I deliver my quick little one-liners, and I take out Goblin with one-liners.
There you go. And Rajah, why should you be Stream MVP?
Rajah should be Stream MVP because he took good care of those rats and didn't kill them. For sure.
Okay. Vantalord, how about you?
I would say the only reason why I would be Stream MVP is using my connections to get a couple of horses and a cart to help get to Duvik's Pass faster.
You say only, but that's a big thing. You brought it from a 12-hour day down to like an 8-hour day. And there was good RP with it, too.
But we may have gotten attacked because of that. Somebody may have taken a spear to the back and lost 4 health. Not saying who.
And Zep, why should you be Stream MVP?
Well, I had the idea for us not to walk. So, that started us off on that route.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I'm the only one who didn't immediately go try to loot bodies.
Didn't try to go or just couldn't?
I wanted to share everything. I wanted to share everything with the group.
I originally wanted
to share. It was an exercise in trust in my new compatriots. Didn't
try to loot bodies, huh? You were just blocked by a boulder.
Yeah, a 7-foot boulder. It's like twice my height.
You were going for it, though.
Okay. I think, Amanda, you have that poll up. It should be up here soon. And I think John is working on the giveaway. As soon as we have that code, then we'll go ahead and get that out to everyone for entering the giveaway. And when we do that, we do a roll-off. So we'll, the poll is now up. So go ahead and vote for whoever you think should have Stream MVP. Again, that's like it is on Tuesdays for Greyhawk Awakening and on Sunday on the other stream. Whoever you feel did the best as far as RP, interaction, combat, whatever it might be, they do earn XP for Stream MVP, so it is valuable to them. Plus, it's just nice to have. It's just a pat on the back kind of thing. If John gets the giveaway up, we'll go ahead and do that, and then there'll be 4 people pulled out of that, and we'll roll for the winner for the giveaway.
Oh yeah, see, someone else brought up my horse naming skills. That's why I should be the Stream MVP.
Yeah.
That's just one of the many things I bring to the table.
No one got the old Hi-Ho Silver away, I see, because you want to do Buttergoat.
Oh no, we got what you were going for.
It could have been clever. Gilligan and Andy.
Sure.
Gilligan and the Professor. And I'm pretty sure I just heard Rory's eyes roll at that one.
You mean at the overt, whatever they're called?
Uh-huh.
Anachronisms?
Yep, exactly.
Oh, Gilligan's Island is an awesome show.
My mom always said I was a weird mix of Gilligan and the Professor.
That is an interesting statement. Okay, so for the giveaway, it's exclamation TLG. Go ahead, anyone can enter that, throw that into the chat, exclamation TLG for the giveaway.
I love how snipping tool is over my name. Why is snipping tool over my name?
Is it still over your name? No, that's a leg.
Oh. Just watching it move throughout the screen with the leg is hilarious.
Yeah. I gotta get used to not using that monitor at all.
It keeps kicking up the sponsorship. That's fantastic.
And Zep, you got stream MVP.
Nice one, Zep.
Yes.
So I will.
Congratulations,
He is the champion.
my friend. And he kept on fighting
I-
to the end.
Do I also get? Was there any additional stats to like the staff? Or?
Not that you know of with detect magic.
Okay.
With something like identify, where you're actually identifying it, then you would learn more about it, number of uses, things like that. But with detect magic, you're just detecting the kind of the school or the direction that it's coming from.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
Some giveaway winners.
cool. So just a couple more seconds, and everyone out there, go ahead and enter in exclamation TLG. Enter the giveaway and kick off the sponsor. And Zep, I'll get you the XP for that as well.
That's fantastic.
Okay. And whenever you're ready, John, if you want to select the people for the giveaway, the roll-off.
It should already be done.
For the roll-off? Oh, yep. Nightbot. We got Lisa. Oh, we got 4. Necromantic DM, Lisa, L Hawk 99, Roger. Was there another one?
Mystical Unicorn? No, wait. No, huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
yep. Okay. I did not see that. So Rihu, if you want to take Mystical Unicorn. Rajah, if you want to take Necromantic DM. Vantalord, L Hawk 99. And Roger for Zep.
Let's see if I can make it 2 weeks in a row.
All right.
Ooh.
So go ahead and they are all subs, if I'm not mistaken. So each of you will roll 2d20 and take the higher. Start with Rihu for Mystical Unicorn.
18.
18. Oh, starting strong.
Gotta show out here.
Yeah, you got some good odds there, Amanda. Rajah. Rolling for...
We take the higher,
Yep.
and that's 2 dice.
Yep, 2 dice, so you're rolling with advantage, basically, for Necromantic DM.
16 and 19.
Ooh. You know,
First good roll.
I think was that your only roll today?
I was gonna say this is only D20 roll today.
No.
Yeah, that was
Because
his
I
own
also
roll.
did the perception check.
Oh, yeah.
Got a good
Oh,
old
yes,
17
that's right.
on that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm putting these away because I only rolled an 18.
This is why he doesn't let me touch his dice. Because he rolls good and I don't. So then we got Vantalord. Vantalord, you're rolling for L Hawk 99.
I rolled an 18.
Ooh, all of you guys. Oh my goodness.
Except for when I needed to roll high.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know the
the
feeling.
tavern fight would say otherwise.
Oh shoot, man.
And Zep, you are left with Roger.
All right. 19 as well.
Ooh.
10 and a 19.
Oh. So we have a tie between Necromantic DM and Roger. So both of you, 1d20, highest number wins.
Watch it be a tie again.
I'm gonna
Oh
roll
my
the one that was a
goodness.
19 last time.
I
Oh,
got
I
an
shouldn't have done
8.
that. Oh, I got a 9. I was like, I shouldn't have done that. But I rolled a 9.
Skylar, did you say you got an 8?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, ouch.
Okay, so
Ouch.
that means Roger won the giveaway for the TLG certificate.
That's 2 weeks in a row.
Oof.
I've won the roll off.
Oh, ouch.
Well, awesome. Let's go ahead and see who we have for rating into. Who rolled a 9? That was Zep. Zep rolled a 9 for Roger. Go ahead and see who we can raid into here. Thank you, everyone. Stick with us here while we raid into someone, show them that support. Raid channels here. Sorry, just getting used to this. Go ahead. We'll raid into Jay over at Lord Gazumba. Again, thank you, everyone. Thank you for your patience in hanging through the second session here with us as we work through some more technical stuff. Been amazing and wonderful as we now raid into Jay over at Lord Gazumba's channel. And I think it's going to kick off now. Oh, now. And they're over there. Good game, everyone. I know there wasn't like a lot of combat this time.
It's okay.
But less technical issues.
We got through a session pretty clean.
Yeah. Did the pictures help you guys seeing the pictures?
Yeah, that helped me like with the map a lot.
Yeah.
I couldn't see anything on that. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, well, you did well.
Well, that's why I was asking constantly how far away they were and everything like that. Cause I'm like, I can't. I'm looking at the little tiny screen. I'm like, I can't see anything. Like,
Okay.
Yeah. It was like instead of filling out the screen.
Yeah, it was like a
really
minimized box.
small.
Yeah.
So if you have a big
yeah,
monitor,
I
read
couldn't
it.
make it. I couldn't make it any bigger. Like, it was just like the size. And like, I'm like, oh, okay.
Whatever you just did, Rory, just made it bigger for us.
Yeah, so
All right.
here's this, and then I zoomed in. But I'll let you guys get going.
Bye.
Have a good time.
But
Bye.
All right,
Later.
I gotta go make dinner.